Om Tat Sat. Good evening and namaste to all. Yes, we'll listen to one more story in the series of Guru and Shishya, the teacher and the disciple. Shri Guru Nanak, he was born in Punjab in Nankana Sahib, and he was spiritually oriented right in his childhood. He used to go into deep meditative status, and he was also very intelligent and bright in his studies. He had many questions in his mind, very inquisitive, curious to gain knowledge, born in a very ordinary family, very um, day to day, the family with day to day struggles. His parents were naturally worried that this son, being oriented towards God, towards spirituality, he may not find interest in family life. He may not seek earnings, seek an employment. So they always discussed on ways to make him, root him in the family. One of these ways was an early marriage. That was the normal practice everywhere then in those days. So he was married to a girl in the teenage itself, and the parents requested one of the village chieftains to recommend to the ruler for a job for Nanak, Guru Nanak. He became a guru afterwards. He was a Nanak Dev. The village chieftain readily agreed to recommend, and Sri Nanak got a job in government ration shop. Those days, Mughals were ruling those parts of Punjab, and one of their representatives, a Qazi, was the ruler, was in charge. So Nanak got a job in government ration shop. Nowadays, the ration shop is supposed to be a breeding ground for corruption and all shortcuts, unethical ways. Sri Nanak was in a ration shop. People used to throng for ration. He would go into meditative posts, into samadhi status, even while being in the shop, when he had to count the measures of grains, measures of dal, pulses, and he had to put them in their bags. He would start counting the measures. 1, 2, in Hindi or Punjabi, ek, do, and it will go on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13. 13 is the word for 13. Then this one single word would drive him to state of meditation, samadhi. He would go into ecstatic state and would continue putting the grains, the measures of grains, saying, Tera, one more, Tera, one more, Tera, one more, Tera. The secret is in the word. Tera is 13, yes. Tera is also yours. Tera. This is yours. This is also yours. This is also yours. This is an Upanishadic truth that he was speaking. Ishavasyam idam sarvam. Everything is his, God's. Everything, a speck, a grain, a small part, micro part in this creation is his. He owns it. He would say, when the customer would wake him up asking, what are you repeating? Tera, tera, tera. He would say, Sab kuch tera. Everything is yours. Kya hai mera? What is mine? Nothing is mine. Everything is yours. Naturally, complaint of the guards, security, the military men went to the ruler. They were already prejudiced against Hindus as they ruled as the representatives of Islam. And they were more prejudiced against Hindu saintly persons, as these saintly persons gave the courage, encouraged Hindus to be steadfast on Hindu beliefs in spite of a tortuous Islamic rule. These saints would pursue Hindus to bear all the atrocities, tolerate all the atrocities of the ruler and the Muslims. So they were prejudiced against saints, sadhus. So naturally this Guru Nanak, a complaint was lodged with the Kaji, the ruler, and he sent a few of his officers to check the stock in the shop and they check the account books. To their surprise, the stock in the shop was more than what it was supposed to be. And they had themselves seen crowds throng to this shop and Nanak measure more than what they had to be given. And this word was the magical word, Tera. It is all yours. It is all yours. But the stocks didn't show this. That was the grace of Shri Paramatman, the God. He says in Gita, anyone who sees me in everything, I never go away from him. He is close to me, I am close to him. Sachamena pranashyati. Aham na pranashyami, sachamena pranashyati. That's what he says in Gita. So the grace was showered on Sri Nanak's shop without his knowing. He was half conscious in these acts, but the shop, the bags of grains were always full, and the Muslim ruler was also surprised. He could not punish this boy for the complaint. He could not find an evidence against him. सब कुछ तेरा, क्या है मेरा? Everything is yours. What is mine? Our humble pranams to Shri Guru Nanak, who was the initiator of a great tradition of Guru, which ended with Shri Guru Govinda Singh, that the 10th Guru. Initially, it was just a spiritual route, spiritual guidance for knowing the God, Paramatman. Later on, this Guru tradition gradually became an active social and nationalistic organization. It gave rise to a huge, powerful sect, Pantha, Khalsa Pantha, Sikh religion, which was like the sword of Hindu society. And the result was a virtuous king emanating from this Raja Ranjit Singh, who established his kingdom just like Sri Shivaji in the central part. Raja Ranjit Singh established his the rule of virtues, and his rule spread up to Afghanistan, almost the whole of northwest Bharat, and he uprooted Muslim rule from those areas. Let me conclude today's story. We'll come again tomorrow with one more story. Om Tat Sat.